All right, class. So this was a very important section. 1.4, rewriting equations and formulas. Okay, so let's look at some of these things. So first of all, the learning target is to solve literal equations. And I'm not sure, I'm not sure if we've talked about that, but a literal equation is an equation that usually consists mainly of letters that actually or literally mean something. So, like formulas are a great example. Equals 1/2 base times height. So there's a bunch of letters. Each letter actually means something literally. Okay, so we're going to be able to rewrite literal equations. That is what we're going to be working on, as well as doing a formula to convert temperatures from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So that is what we're doing. All right. So let's get into this. All right, so example 1 here, rewriting an equation. Okay, so we haven't gotten to it yet. But when we get to the section on linear equations, which I may just jump to right after this while it's fresh in our minds, if not, it's coming soon, we're going to do a lot of equations that have the letter y in them and x, okay? You'll learn more about that later. But let's just learn to solve for y. So we start off, we're going to rewrite our equation. Boy, I'm having all kinds of problems with my hand here. Okay, so 2y plus 5x is equal to 6. Okay, now I'm just going to solve for y. Okay, so you need to see what you're solving for. So I'm just looking right here at y, and now I just need to isolate y. So instead of isolating x like we've been doing, in this particular case we're going to isolate y. So I need to get rid of my 5x, and I need to get rid of this 2. Okay, so I'm always going to get rid of the one that has the plus. I'm always going to add and subtract first if I can before I do my division. It makes life much easier. Okay, so let's do that. Let's draw our line here. Let's undo our addition with subtraction. And I'm kind of going to put this off to the side so we kind of start seeing what it looks like. And I'm left with 2y on the left, lining up my equal signs. I'm actually going to flip the x around, so I'm going to rewrite this as negative 5x plus 6. So remember, our terms can be moved as long as we keep their sign in with them. And then I'm going to divide by 2. Now, this is probably one of the more tricky parts. So when I divide by 2, I divide this whole thing over here by 2, okay? Same with multiplying. If you're multiplying multiple terms on the other side, you're multiplying it by the same. So in this case, we're dividing the whole thing by 2. So I am left with y, but I'm not done. What I want you to do is so this 2, it's 5 over 2 and it's 6 over 2. So I want you to put them both over each other. So this is the same as negative 5 over 2 times x, right? And then what is 6 over 2? 6 over 2, 6 divided by 2 is just 3. So it'd be plus 3, right? Because this was 6 over 2. 6 over 2. Makes sense? If not, go ahead and rewind that and play it again, because that is very important. So this is my final answer, solved for y. This one, solving for y. So this will be the first thing I want in your notes. Okay, now we're going to rewrite a common formula here. This is the formula for surface area of a cone. So I think we did this in our review where we had to solve for slant height, and I wanted to tell you could just do this, but we hadn't learned it yet. So here we go. Dive right in. Let's do green this time. Okay, so we're going to solve for slant height, which is L in this equation. So let's rewrite what we've been given. It's equal to pi r squared plus, which is the area of a circle, pi r squared. We need to start memorizing some of the more common ones. And pi RL is the lateral surface area of the cone, where L is the slant height. Okay, so now we're going to be solving for this guy right here, right? Okay, so, all right, let's get started. So what do I want to get rid of first? I want to get rid of this over here first. Okay, so it is positive, so I am going to subtract pi r squared. Oh, I just subtracted a bunch of letters and a pi. This is crazy. Oh, let's draw our line. We're definitely going to want our line here, I think. Let's do it. Whoa. Draw our line. I'm going to try to get this back so you can see it. Sorry. It's being sensitive today. Okay, and that's going to be equal to S. So these are going to go away, minus the pi r squared, right? Because I subtracted the pi r squared from both sides. And then I'm left with this. So let's rewrite this one more time. S minus pi r squared is equal to, well, this is what's left. So pi r L is left over here. And now I just need to get rid of the pi r. So I'm going to, right, because this is pi times r times L on the right side. I want L by itself, so I can just divide by pi and r. Divide by pi and r. These cancel out, and I'm left with the L is equal to this S minus pi r squared over pi r. And now let's do that a little neater. So over here, let's rewrite it. So our answer is L is equal to S minus pi r squared over pi r. Okay. And then so down here there's a bunch of other formulas, and you can solve for the formula. So let's just do an easy quick one. So the area of a rectangle is base times height, length times width. So if I want to solve for the base, then I just divide by h, right? That gets rid of that, divided by h. So therefore I end up with just b is equal to a, the area, over the height. And you can just play with all of these. It's quite useful. Alright, last insert. The second thing in your notes is I want you to do this solving surface area. Solving for slant height, I mean. Go ahead and do the area, or the solve for base over here. Okay, so now we're going to do the temperature conversion, okay? So this is the conversion to Celsius from Fahrenheit. How do I know that? Because we're solving for the C. So C equals. So basically this would be for someone trying to convert our Fahrenheit temperature to their Celsius temperature. So we're going to solve for F here. Alright, so C, we're going to start by rewriting the formula. Hopefully you guys are getting used to this in your own work of rewriting all of your equations and formulas. Okay, so now, the first thing I want to do is I want to get rid of this 5/9. And I can just go ahead and get rid of it. So I'm just going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal, 9 over 5. Right? Because then these 9s cancel and these 5s, and I end up with 1, and we're good over here. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to multiply this side times 9 over 5. Right? So now what do we end up with? Well, we have 9/5 C now, let's draw our line, is equal to F minus 32. And then therefore, F over here, hopefully you guys kind of, I'm stepping ahead here. Hopefully you guys have figured out how to do that. So to get F by itself, it equals 9/5 C plus 32. So therefore the formula, I'm just flipping it around. The formula for finding Fahrenheit is 9/5 C plus 32. You've probably seen that in your science classes. Okay, so your homework is to have written down everything that I wrote. So I want you to go back if you haven't already, and write out all of the solving of formulas that I did. Okay, so in review, let's solve for Fahrenheit, and you're done. All right, guys, thanks.